Okay, we're recording. So I'm going to go ahead and take it over to Lindsay, and she's going to go ahead and get started with you guys first. And you're muted, Lindsay.
Bear with me.
You're
good. Am I there now?
Yep, you're good. I can hear you just fine.
How's everyone doing tonight? Hope everyone had a good day.
Wonderful.
Just do what?
It was wonderful.
Wonderful. I'm so glad. Well, mine's good too, and now I'm sitting here with you guys, so it's getting even better. So I just wanted to introduce myself to who don't know me. I'm Lindsay Johnson, Double Diamond with It Works, and I'm so excited to be here, and I think I'm losing internet connection. Can y'all hear me good?
I can hear you fine. You were cutting out just a hair there in the beginning, but I can hear you fine now.
Okay, well, sorry, I live in the boonies. But anyway, tonight we just want to go over a few things with you guys. I know y'all were on here last week, or some of you may have been on here last week, and we went over some things, and we just want to kind of mix it up a little bit. So we've got a little key points that we want to hit on tonight. And a lot of y'all I know are trying to promote and also work a full-time job. That's hard. That's tough. Nobody's going to say that's easy. I myself, I own my own salon, and I work, well, today I was behind the chair without a break pretty much all day long. So it's tough. You want to be out there and you want to be there for your team, and you can't always be there, and you sometimes can feel guilty over that. But the good news is your team understands. They've been there. The ones who may not have a full-time job now, they've been in your position, and we've all done it. So everybody's forgiving. So thank you to those of you I haven't got back to today. But anyway, I want to talk about some things that help me, and I wrote some key points here. I get up early in the morning. So before I go into work, I may wake up and I work out. So I wake up, maybe at 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. But if I know I have It Works stuff to do, which is pretty much every morning, then I'm going to get up an extra hour early. The reason being, I don't have that time throughout the day like some people. So you need to go ahead and write down your list of things that you want to get done that morning. Because if you're like me, like Chrissy said, I'm pretty scatterbrained. Like looking at all you ladies tonight on here, y'all all look lovely. But that kind of messes with my brain a little bit, looking at all y'all over there moving. But anyway, wake up early. Go to bed late. I stayed up late last night. I was getting together some packs that I did a giveaway for. A lot of people on Facebook had commented on one of my giveaways, and it took me forever to get them done, but I stayed up until it was completely done. And trust me, I love sleep too, but you got to give a little. So with that being said, you may lose a little sleep, but it's all worth it in the end. We want these promotions just as badly as you want them for yourself. So work with us, and we're probably going to be up late working with you. I mean, I know I can message Chrissy or Amber probably at 1 a.m. and they're like, oh, what's up? So the other thing, when you're posting at work, maybe you don't have the freedom. I know I'm my own boss, so maybe I have a little more freedom than you guys, but post before work, obviously, before you go into work, right before, sitting in your car, make your first morning post. Then at lunchtime, make another one. And on any break you have, maybe go ahead and have some set up. You can even go to Instagram. Put your plane on airplane mode. Now this is cool. Put your phone to airplane mode. Make your posts. And then while it's still on airplane mode, it's not going to post it for you. And you can go later throughout the day and just turn your phone back on, obviously, and hit post. And it's going to throw it right up there for you. So I do that a lot of the days. I don't have time to sit and think about how I can be thoughtful with my posts. So rather than making like a little donkey post, then I'll go and make these before work, and then I can just go throw them up there. And it took me 2 seconds. Other than that, can y'all think of anything, Chrissy, Amber, that I haven't hit on? Work?
I don't think so. I think it's good that, like, we know where you're coming from, where you're struggling with I mean, you might be struggling with having your full-time job and trying to do this at the side too, because yes, I do this full-time now, but I didn't always do this full-time. So get yourself on a schedule that works for you. Figure out kind of how you could fit in an extra 30 minutes or an hour today for this, and maybe set up yourself 5 goals to work on every day. So that way, whenever you do have free time, you know exactly what to be working on for yourself. So I know with me personally, that helped me a lot. I would make sure, like you said, I would go put a post on social media before I went into work, maybe at lunchtime, maybe when I get out of work, and maybe in the evening, kind of figure out like a routine that works best for you with it. So other than that, I think you did really good with it.
All right. And then we also want to talk a little bit about steps to success. Our company gives us these steps, and that's all we have to do to get these promotions. A lot of people try to make it really difficult and make their own steps to success, and actually they're their steps to failure, because we already have them out right here in front of us. It is step 1, join the party, which luckily we've all done, and that was the hardest step probably. Step 2, you want to find 4 people, friends, family, strangers, who want to try the products with you and get it at your discount. And that's the awesome thing, because a lot of people come to me and they're like, well, I'd love to try the products. How about you give me your discount? I'm like, oh, I can do that. So that's really, I mean, a loyal customer has it made. They get free shipping after 3 months. You probably already know all the perks. I won't go through that. But then after you get your 4 loyal customers, the next thing you have to do is go out and find your 3 distributors, 3 people you want to bless with this opportunity. And it took me a long time to realize that, you know, I'm not bugging people. I'm not a salesperson by any means. I still have shampoo sitting on my shelves that was there when I opened 4 years ago. So when you're out looking for these distributors, it could be the person in the checkout line standing next to you. It could be the lady at the store who just, you know, helped you find that perfect dress. You never know where you're going to find your next runner. So this is such a blessing to be able to go out and share this opportunity with others. It's certainly been a blessing to myself and my family, and I know everyone on this call has probably been blessed in some sort of way, whether you've made $20 extra or whatever it be. But just think of it that way versus I have to find these people. Like, oh my goodness, I need 4 people because I've got to fill these blanks in on my steps to success. When you quit focusing on I have to have 4 loyal customers, I have to have 3 distributors, that's when it's all going to come together. When you start thinking, who can I find that could really use these products? I mean, I was going to say, who can I find that really needs to lose weight? But that didn't sound good. So who can I find that could really benefit from these products? There's so many people out there because we have something for everyone. Like y'all know, we have over 30 products that pretty much a broad spectrum that covers, well, my grandma uses them and my grandpa. So, and she's 80 tomorrow. Oh, sweet me, Mom. Anyway, then the 3 distributors, like I said, who could not use an extra $300 a month? So many times people sign up and I'm like, well, what's your goal? Because I want to help you reach it. And I always ask, what is your goal that you want to hit? And what would help your family? And it's usually $300 to $500. That's it. That's easy. We can teach them that. So these steps to success, if you will follow them, you're going to promote. And trust me, I didn't follow these for 4 months when I started. I didn't even know what a step to success was. Poor Amber was probably over there, Lindsay, are you going to ever complete your steps to success? Like, I wasn't following them, and guess what? I wasn't promoting. I was signing loyal customers like they were going out of style, hair, skin, and nails, all over the place. But I wasn't following these steps. So if you can think of 7 people each month, then you've got it made. Again, the faster you do these and with more urgency, the quicker you promote. So I always say, you know, start, and if you can do them 15 times in a month, awesome. But if you can do them just that one time, you're still going to promote. So I love the fact that our company has these steps, and I'm going to get off the steps to success now and pass it back to Chrissy. Did I miss anything there?
No, I don't think so. I love it. Seriously, that is one of the things that kind of attracted me most about the company was how simplified it was for us, but also knowing that I didn't have to remember a bunch of stuff to teach my new distributors. So whenever you get a new distributor sign up, like that is all they need to know is to focus on those steps to success. We don't need to teach them to reinvent the wheel or anything like that. It's the steps to success. So if you are a numbers person, think of your mind, if you helped those 3 people become a distributor and you taught them the steps to success, they got their 4 loyals, their 3 distributors. They taught their 3 distributors to get their 4 loyals, their 3 distributors. They taught their distributors how to get 4 loyals, 3 distributors. It is a huge snowball that just explodes the moment you get it rolling. And you have to get it rolling by you completing the steps to success. You've got to lead by example to your team, because whenever they see you do the steps to success, they are going to do the steps to success. So that's where all the magic is at, is the steps to success. So I love it. So I guess you're good. Lindsay, do you want to add anything else?
One thing I heard, and I don't remember who said it first, but we hear it probably a lot, but if y'all haven't, the difference between an ambassador and a new distributor, they've just completed the steps to success a whole lot more times than you. Mm-hmm. And that's the only difference. So
that's it. Yeah. I love it. Perfect. That's all. All right. So let's pass the torch over to Amber.
Hello, everyone. I am Amber Crow. I'm a Double Diamond Leader with It Works, and I'm excited to be on this call with you ladies tonight. I just had a few things that I wanted to go over with you guys tonight. They're more like personal things than anything, stuff that I personally had problems with when I first started this business, and also things that my personal team has struggled with that we've all kind of learned a lot from. So I think it's something that kind of could help everyone as you start out and you're trying to promote to Ruby. The biggest thing to me in this business that can hold you back is your mindset. The biggest thing in life that can hold you back is your mindset. And I feel like a lot of the times in this business, before people even sign up, I've had them say to me, I just don't think I can sell. I just don't think I can be successful because I can't sell this stuff. I'm not a salesperson. You already have mentally set yourself up for failure. And that is not what this is about. This is about changing your life, changing the people's lives around you, helping people get healthier, helping people get out of debt, helping families come home and be full-time families. That's what we do. We don't go out and sell and get people to sign up so we can take their money. You have to get your mind, find the positive in what we're doing and learn how to bless people with this. And I just think that's huge. Also, as leaders, every person that signs up in this company, you're immediately a leader. You got to realize it's not about you. And when I first joined, if we're all honest, you join to make money. I mean, we all want to make money. That's why we do this. And when you think, this is about me and I need to promote and I need to make more money, you're not helping anyone. And therefore, you're not helping yourself. When you get over you and you realize how big this opportunity and this company really is and what it can do for other people and in turn do for you, that's where the magic's at. Like, I swear that was the turning point for me when I stopped worrying about myself and what I couldn't do or what I wanted to do and started, focusing on how can I help this mom, with this opportunity, or how can I help this student pay off her student debts. That's when things really started changing for me. So your mindset, I think, is just so important in this company. And if you start from the beginning with the right mindset, it makes such a huge difference than trying to get, 3 months in and change the way you're thinking. So when it comes to your distributors and your team, don't go at them with, I'm trying to promote, so this is what you need to do, or, we got to get this volume up. Do it as the right way. I want to help you do well, so you can bless your family. So in turn, it comes back big time. So that was just something I kind of wanted to talk with you guys about. Another thing is the word try. I know that's a bad word. I hate the word try in everything in life. Take that word out. Like, that word no longer exists. Either you're doing it or you ain't doing it. So when it comes to your business, either you are building or you're not building. You're blitzing or you're not blitzing. You're partying or you're not partying. And posting, being a part of the team pages, I cannot stand for someone to text me and say, I'm trying so hard to build my business. I'm trying to go out and blitz. No, you're not. Either you're doing it or you're not doing it. And I'm the world's worst about it. I was terrified of speaking in front of people, and I was like, I'm trying to learn how to. And I'm terrified of blitzing, and I was trying to blitz. And I finally had to get out of my own way. I had to get out of my own negativity, and I had to learn to speak in front of people, which has been huge. You can't have these Zooms. You can't have our team trainings without speaking in front of somebody. 3 years ago, I'd have thrown up if I had to do this. It's been so good for me. You have to learn to step outside of your comfort zone. If you want to change the game, you got to do what it takes. And trying is not going to change the game for you. So take that word out. From now on, you're either doing it or you're not. And when you set a goal for the month, I know I harp on this a lot, but write it down every month. Get out a sheet of paper and write down, even in life, things you want to do in your home and your families, but in your business, write down, this is what I want to do. I want this promotion. I want to have this many parties, and I want to blitz this many people. I want to contact this many people. Write it down, and every morning, look at it, claim it, and then put it to action. It's really easy to say, I'm going to do a review. But if you don't put action in those words, it's never going to happen. So you got to get out there. You got to step out of your comfort zone, and you've got to do what it takes, to make these promotions happen. So when you write down your goal for the month, let's just say you want to go Ruby. That's why we're all here, for the newbie to Ruby training. Say you have one distributor, and your goal for the end of the month is Ruby. That gives you 4 weeks to find 4 more distributors, because everybody knows there's 5 distributors to go Ruby. Break your goal down into weekly goals and daily goals. That's the only way I get anything accomplished, is I have to write my goal down and then break it down into weekly and daily goals. Because if you wake up, the first of the month and you're like, I've got to get those 4 distributors, you're going to stress yourself out. You've got 4 weeks, get 1 distributor a week. And I heard a statistic one time that has really kind of, to me, stood true in this business. For every 10 people that you talk to about this opportunity, 1 of them will sign up. So if your goal is to sign up 1 distributor in a week, you need to talk to 10 people in a week. And same thing, break it down into days. If you're going to work a 5-day week, that's 2 people a day. That's not a lot, when you really break it down like that. And that kind of gets you out of the salesy stuff. If you've only got 2 people that you need to create a real conversation with, it doesn't stress you out so much that you feel the need to get on Facebook and send out these generic messages and be a It Works robot. Have you tried these crazy wraps? Don't do that. Contact someone that could use this opportunity and could really benefit from it. Start a conversation with them, a real conversation, and invite them. Share with them what you've seen this company do for other people. If you don't have a story yet, share what you've seen it do for me. Share what you've seen it do for your leader, for your sponsor. And you will have your own story soon, and you'll be able to share that with them. And I think, Chrissy, I even heard say one time, even if your story is, it filled up your gas tank for the week, your It Works paycheck filled up your gas tank for the week. That was money before you didn't have. So even if it's a small story, it paid for your groceries or school supplies, that's still money you didn't have. So share that with people. But that was my biggest thing is writing down your goals, breaking them down into weekly and daily goals, and just keeping it simple and getting out of the mindset of, being a salesperson, and take out the word try. Because I see such a huge difference in the people that claim it and just go do it than the ones that sit around with the excuses, my job, my kids, my husband, my life, I'm trying. It's never going to happen. So get in that mindset that you're just going to do it. You're just going to make yourself. And I have one little tip, because I heard this, and it was kind of my New Year's goal, but everyone knows I don't leave my house a lot. I'm happy here. So I don't leave a lot, but when I do, I've really tried to do this, and it's been a fun challenge for me. And now that I'm getting more comfortable with it, I'm really enjoying it. So I'm going to challenge each of you to do it. 10 strangers a week. I challenge you to talk to 10 strangers a week. And I don't mean walk up to them and say, have you heard of this crazy rap? Don't do that. Walk up to them and say, you look good today. How you doing? Start a conversation. For example, I went through the pharmacy yesterday, and my little pharmacist walked up to, I was in the drive-thru. She walked up and she was yawning, and I'm like, girl, you having a rough day? And she said, yeah, 14 days straight I have worked. I have 2 jobs. This is my 14th day in a row. I'm exhausted. And I was like, we got to talk. I said, you need to be working from home and making good money. And she was like, what you talking about? And I told her, this is what I do. And I'd love to be able to chat with you a little bit about it. I said, we help people get healthy. We help people lose weight, and we help people get out of debt. And we do it all from our home. You can work it from your cell phone. She's like, oh, me and you got to talk. So I told her, I said, you have Facebook? Yeah. I handed her my phone. She found herself on Facebook. She friend requested me. I automatically have got her now as a contact. And then I handed her a Blitz card with my information on it. I was like, this is a little bit of, about what we have to offer. There's my name and number. Let's talk tomorrow when you have some time, or over the weekend. She was like, girl, we're going to sit down. She's like, I got to get in on this. So I got to mark one stranger off my list. So try that, even if it's 5, but try to make yourself start a real conversation with a stranger. And it's kind of cool the people you'll meet and how you'll step out of your comfort zone a little bit. And you never know, you might meet your next diamond, and it's really exciting. So I hope that helps you guys. Chrissy, Lindsay, do you want to add anything to that?
I don't have anything to add to that. That was perfect. I loved it. Lindsay? Okay, good. All right. Okay, so I'm going to I'm just going to bounce off of Amber on kind of what you were talking about towards the end there. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Chrissy Mueller, Triple Diamond, been with It Works for 4.5 years now. So kind of bouncing off to that, talking to people new. I get it a lot where people are like, I just don't know enough people, or I don't know who else to talk to, or I feel like I've already talked to everybody. Every single day, we've got to be creating new leads. I am a Triple Diamond. I've been in the business for 4.5 years. I am still creating new leads, and I am still working on the same leads that I created 4 years ago. For example, if I can talk, I signed a distributor this morning. She signed up with me probably 4 years ago. Didn't really do much with the business, but she continued to watch me for 4 years. We talked for that entire time, and she just now signed up today. So if I didn't create that relationship with her then, she probably wouldn't have signed up today, and she probably wouldn't have even signed up with me, even if she did sign up today. So always be creating those leads and continue to work on them. It doesn't matter if it takes you 2 months, 2 years, 2 days to seal the deal. Continue to work on those leads. So how do you get those leads? There are so many people out there. There's so many people out there that have never even heard about It Works. Even if they have heard about It Works, they've never tried a product. They could use the extra money. So there's so many different ways you can do it besides social media. I preach all the time how social media has completely changed my game, but there's so many other ways to do it, and that's not the only way that I built my business either. Expos. We all have something in our area where people are going to have bridal shows, hair shows, any sort of expo or just a networking expo. Call them up and just ask them if they already have an It Works vendor for their next one. Go on Google and search shows near, and then put in your state or your city in your state. You're going to get a website, probably several different websites that show up of different expos and events in your area. Put yourself out there for people to see you. Put yourself out there for people to meet you and to create those new leads for people. Because let's just say you did an expo. It was a great turnout. You got 60 new leads. You know how long you could work on 60 new leads? That's 60 new people that you can put in your potentials to. Whether or not that they are ready next week, it might take them 3 years to be ready. That is a lead that you got for doing an expo. There was one fall, 1 year, where I think I did 10 expos in 2 months. I created a ridiculous amount of leads in those 2 months. They were bridal shows, health shows. Majority of them were health shows, but some of them were just networking events where people just come. It might have been an event at a big office building where just people from that office building go down to just visit the 8 or 10 booths, and that's it. I still got leads from that. So expos are a big one where you can get leads. Gonna do a little muting. There we go. Okay, so expos is one of them. Another huge one is wrap parties. It is so easy to get yourself to Ruby just by doing wrap parties. Think about, okay, you booked a wrap party, 4 people showed up. Let's just say all 4 of them become loyal customers. None of them become distributors, that's fine. But one of them wants to try a wrap for free. So we're gonna go ahead and book a party for her too. She has 7 friends show up. 4 of them sign as customers, 3 of them sign as distributors, and I just completed my steps to success just with that one party. Now I'm gonna go ahead and piggyback another party off of that with somebody from that group, and I'm gonna meet a whole new group of people that I would have never met before. I made leads from that first party, I made leads from the second party, I made leads from the third party, and even if nobody signed up at that third party, I'm still gonna try to book a party off of it. And you can have all of these people friend you on Facebook, on Instagram, and you're going to continue to follow up with them. So remember that it's okay if people don't sign up right then and there. They're your lead and they're your potential all the way until they follow up. I always say that somebody is always my potential until they block me on social media. I'm going to always follow up with them until they block me on social media. I don't care if somebody hasn't messaged me back in 6 months. I'm still going to message them on social media because they haven't told me no yet and they haven't blocked me yet. So I'm still going to keep doing what I'm doing. So wrap parties is a big one. Another one, like Amber said, is going out and talking to people, blitzing. But it's important to remember that, hold on, blitzing isn't just giving somebody this and just being like, have you tried that crazy wrap thing? Let's kind of be a little more personal with people and have a conversation with people. Oh my God, I love your purse. Oh my God, I love your hair. Or your outfit is so cute today. Compliment people, and that is your in. If you aren't comfortable just going up and handing people this, that's okay. Wear an It Works shirt. It says It Works. You're going to walk into a store and somebody's going to be like, what works? That is your in. Always have these with you. And it's so awesome because our brand new Blitz cards says to download the Wrap app, and then you write down your distributor ID on there. They go into the Wrap app, type in your distributor ID, and you can get your seal right then and there. So I just made leads just by having this on me and by wearing my It Works shirt. There's 3 things there that I just could have created almost 100 leads. An expo, wrap party, and my Blitz card with my It Works shirt. Just those 3 things there. And I didn't even include social media, which has billions of people on. So it was just 3 things there. Now I want to kind of go over social media just briefly. Of course, it's like my favorite thing in the entire world to build my business, just because I can sit on my couch with my pajamas and look like crap and sign a new distributor. But social media, be you, be real. Because if somebody sees you on there that you know, or you go meet them in person and they're like, who is this person? Because she's not the person that I talk to on social media or that she represents herself to be. Be real. So I tell people all the time, copy my post until you feel comfortable doing my post, but word it to you. I hope that makes sense, because like it's hard to kind of make those posts in the beginning and kind of let people be real. Talk on your post like you would talk in person. Like I said, I don't want to go over social media too much, but those are those 4 things there that you can do to create new leads. If you're running out of leads, you're not running your business. Every single day, you should be creating new leads. So if expos aren't working for you, do more. If wrap parties aren't working for you, do more. You've got to be consistent with these things. If social media isn't working for you, you're not working it correctly. These things are going to work for you if you are consistent. So don't feel like your first expo, you're all of a sudden going to get 100 leads. Your first wrap party, you're going to complete the steps to success. The first time that you post on social media, you're going to complete the steps to success. So you guys have got to be consistent with everything. And I want you to know that in the beginning, it is hard. It's easy because you're kind of like going up this uphill thing. And in the beginning, you're trying to go up this steep mountain. Once you get up there, it's a pretty sight, but getting up there is tough. You can't quit the moment it just gets tough, because it took me 1.5 years to go Ruby. It took me 2 years into my business to go Diamond. It took me 2 years after that to go Triple Diamond. If I would have quit because it took me 1.5 years to go Ruby, I wouldn't be Triple Diamond sitting where I am today. I would still be working for somebody else, helping them chase their dreams, because I gave up at the first time that it got tough. I get it. It's tough. You might not be Ruby in 30 days. That's okay. It took me 1.5 years to get there. It doesn't matter how long it takes you to get there. All that matters is that you don't give up along the way. I gave up 4 different times in this business. And trust me when I say you don't want to look back and say you gave up. I quit 4 times. I quit because I failed at everything I always did before. So why wouldn't I quit this too? Don't quit. Because the only way, seriously, there's only one way that you're not going to make it to ambassador, and that's if you quit. So keep going, keep pushing, keep creating new leads, keep being consistent in your business, and it's going to pay off. I promise. I'm proof of that. It might take you 1 year to go Ruby. Guess what? It took me 1.5 years. So it still took me longer than it took you. So that's all I've got for that. But I do want to kind of go over real quick before we break off and answer any questions you guys have. We have 4 It Works U's right now that are on the book from now through June. 4 of them. There's one in Grand Rapids, Michigan. There's one in Dallas, Texas. There's one in Phoenix, Arizona, and there's one in St. Louis, Missouri. Find one of those that you can get to, and I highly suggest going. Corporate events are what changed my business. I wouldn't be here today if I didn't go to corporate events. It might seem like a stretch to get there, but once you get there, your business will never be the same again. It's going to transform everything for you. You've got to get to these to go up, because you've got to have the connection with your corporate team and the team members that are there, and you get that from going to these things. So Amber and Lindsay, do you have anything that you want to add on to what I went over at all? Good? Okay.
Good.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so let's go ahead, and if any of you have a question, whatever your question may be, I don't care if it's over charting, Ruby, blitzing, expos, social media, anything that we didn't even cover tonight, go ahead and unmute yourself and you can ask us a question, because I'm sure your question is a question that somebody else has too. So bring them on.
Chrissy,
Yes.
if we want to do the expo, a bridal show, a health fair, what are our do's and don'ts?
You don't really have, it's not real strict with it. Anytime I book them, I would ask them, do you already have an It Works distributor? Because if there is an It Works distributor, it is against compliance to have 2 different tables there. So only one of us can be there representing the company. Other than that, it's about it. And I mean, you're going to pay to have your booth there too. So.
But that's a write-off.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. My other thing is, what if you make your own signs? Is that allowed? Not allowed?
Yes,
Things
it
like that.
is. Yeah, it's allowed. In my experience, less is more. So I would have, whenever I did it, and you can message me and I probably have a picture of how I set up one of my tables, but I would bring my iPad or my laptop and I would have just a slideshow of before and after pictures. I would have a product catalog set out with some Blitz cards, and then I would just bring my products and set them up on the table.
What type of products would you bring so you didn't look like you had the whole store?
I brought skincare, and I just set it up in a little platter. And then I brought wraps, and then I brought greens. And if people wanted to sample a greens chew, I let them. But then I brought maybe a couple supplements, and that was it.
Okay. Okay.
Super easy, very easy, laid back. And I always tell people, if you're at an expo, tell them you don't want a chair, because if you're sitting down, people are less likely to see you. Yep. But if you are standing outside of your table and you are just having so much fun and you are interacting with the people, it's gonna be successful for you.
Okay. Perfect. Okay.
Good.
Good.
All right. Anyone else have a question about anything?
Hi.
Hello.
Okay, so I've been with It Works since, I want to say, late August going to September. I have no more Blitz cards. I don't have a shirt yet. I don't have any promotional items, and I'm doing the best that I can to, get the word out about the company and about the products, but still and yet I have no one interested. Like, what is it that I can do to,
you're not talking to enough people, because if you say that no one's interested, you're not talking to enough, because I promise you, people are interested. We have something that everybody wants. And if they don't want it, they aren't educated on it. So educate them on it and they're going to want it. I promise you.
Okay. So basically just try to, just work up a conversation, because I've been wanting to try to do that, because I tried to do that when I took my son to the doctor the other day, and I'm like, okay, so maybe I should take some greens with me and see if I could get someone interested, but it didn't work. I was stuck. I didn't know how to start a conversation.
Instead of trying to start it out to try to get a sale, just kind of start it out and get to know that person. Just have a conversation, ask them how their day is going. And while you're asking that, take a big old gulp of your green water, because they're going to ask you what you're drinking.
Yes. My clients ask, Wendy, what the hell is that? And I'm like, it's a detox. It's greens. They're like, oh, and believe it or not, with my clientele, I probably have gotten at least 5 loyal customers, and I'm a therapist.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So.
So use the products. Let them see you using the products. Wear a shirt. You can get one at the myitworkstore.com. Get a cheap one, and you're good. But don't only use blitzing or going out in public to be your only avenue. Do that one in addition to other avenues as well.
I've actually been friending my random people on Facebook.
Yes, which is totally fine. I mean, you're building your network on social media. But I'm so glad you said that. Whenever you are just like, let's just say you're going through and you're friend requesting people on Facebook, and you're doing it through your suggested friends. If your suggested friends and you had one mutual friend, and that mutual friend is an It Works distributor, I probably wouldn't friend that person, because that would kind of be like going to my friends list on Facebook.
Yeah, I don't do that.
Friending my, yeah. So that is just a little side note for anybody if you go through and you friend request people on Facebook.
I'm having a heck of a time with my It Works store. So I'm hoping tomorrow when I call, somebody will actually answer the phone and assist me.
What's wrong with, what are you having problems?
Well, like I was telling Ashley, I went shopping, of course, and I wanted to buy the hat and like 3 It Works shirts, and I wanted to get the group of the 10 pens because I'm like a pen hog. And so they're like, put in your email address. So I did. I didn't really remember what my password is. I'm terrible about that. So it hit the link. It says, you know, put your password in. And if your password shows up, then you will send you a link. And they're like, oh, this password's in the system. And I'm like, cool. So you should send me a link. I've done it 5 times. I've not gotten a link. I have not gotten anywhere. Our fair is this week, and I was like, it would be really cool to be able to wear an It Works shirt to the fair a couple times, considering my son is showing. But I'm like, I don't even have that. And then a couple of times between my schedule and that schedule, the store's closed. So I'm just a little frustrated. So I don't know if there's a direct number or I can call customer service. What I need to do in order to get my shirts.
I mean, the only thing that I'm going to be able to tell you is just to call the It Works store customer service. That's basically all.
Okay.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Right.
So sorry, I'm not much help on that part.
You're fine. That's exactly what I had to do tomorrow, was to do that and to decide exactly how close I am to Ruby or how close I am to executive, because I have no idea. So
yeah, definitely. Just, work on that tomorrow and update your charts and with the numbers in your eSuite, and that'll help you.
Right.
Anybody else got any other questions or anything?
Yes. Do y'all have any tips that I can use to sign potential loyal customers? Because I have one right now who's interested in trying the wraps. And
have you asked her, are you ready to order?
Not yet. I'm going to follow up with her tomorrow morning and see if she's looked at my website, because she did ask for the website so she can go and look for the products or whatever, but she hasn't said anything back yet.
Okay, so I would just follow up with her, just be like, hey, just checking in, see if you got a chance to look at the website and if you're ready to get your order in. Don't ever feel like you're being pushy, because sometimes people need us to be the ones who lead them into it. Because if it was me personally, I would need somebody to push me a little bit. So don't ever feel like you are being too pushy, because chances are you aren't. And that's probably what people need. So don't feel bad asking, are you ready to put your order in, or are you ready to join the team today?
Okay. And I have one more question. There are some groups that I'm in on Facebook, like, single parents or people that want to become more fit or whatever. Mm-hmm. And like when there are some groups, like when I post, some are like, need to take that down. That's not allowed. Like, are there groups out there that lets you post things about It Works?
I wouldn't do it. I would create a relationship with the people. Participate on the questions or the topics that are going on in there, friend request the people that you've talked to in there, build a relationship with them, get to know them as a person. And as you're building that relationship with them and as they're seeing your posts, that's what's going to get them as a customer or as a distributor. So instead of because people in those groups, they don't want it to be spammed with just ads. So that's why they're saying that those posts aren't allowed. It's against compliance to do buy, sell, trade groups. But as far as mommy groups and stuff like that, it's not against compliance, but it has to be against that page's rules. So I wouldn't go in there and just post an ad. I would just participate in the threads that are going on and build a relationship with the people.
And don't post the same ad in 10 of the same pages because they hate that. So kind of change it up.
Definitely.
Okay. Because I have been doing it, and I maybe have got maybe 1 or 2 likes, but no.
Yeah, we are all about building relationship with people. And it might seem like you're going with a sense of urgency whenever you're just going out there and throwing ads. But if you are real and you're building a relationship, that's going to make you that much more successful than if you were just throwing ads out there on people.
Okay. Well, I'll try that then.
Yes.
I have a question or a scenario that happened. So I was, I deliver mail. So I was delivering mail to the high school, and one of my high school friends, she walked by me. I didn't really even know she worked at this high school. And she's like, "Oh, hey, I want to order some wraps." And I said, "Okay, message me, whatever." So I think the other day she messaged me and she said, "Oh, I want to order the wraps." And I said, "Okay." And so I gave her my link and all this, and she's like, "I want to order the wraps, the greens," and I think she said the fat fighters or something. And so I was at work, and I'm trying to message her back and forth. And so she said, "Well, call me tonight at 5." This was last Saturday. So I called her, and she didn't answer. So then, let me back up. I told her to visit my page, and she can purchase the stuff on there. I thought the way she was talking, it was like she totally knew what the product that she wanted. And she's like, "Well, I don't even know how the wraps work." And I'm like, "Oh, great. Now I just lost a sale." So she's like, "Well, call me at 5." And I said, "Okay." So I called her. She didn't answer the phone. And then I texted her, and I never heard back from her. And then Tuesday, I texted her again. I said, "I hope I didn't scare you off." And she's like, "Oh, no, not at all. I've just been so busy, this weekend, blah, blah, blah." And I'm like, "Okay." And so I still haven't heard from her again. I don't want to bug her again.
Okay. So for me personally, whenever I send somebody my website, I only send them my website whenever I know they're ready to order right then and there. But when I do send them, I don't just say, "Here's my website." I say, "Here's my website. You're going to click shop. You're going to click this. You're going to click add to cart. And then you're going to want to click checkout as a loyal customer." But before I send them that, and even though she kind of knows what she's talking about, I would say I just want to double check to make sure we're on the same page with what your goals are, because I don't want you to order something that you don't need.
Yeah, because the way she was talking was like she already knew everything, about all the products and stuff. And I should have, I didn't completely follow through, and I should have. I just assumed.
Right.
I shouldn't have assumed. So
yeah, all you can do is learn from it.
Yeah.
But never take her off of your list of potentials.
Okay, I won't.
Even if she has ignored you, because I have messages where people have ignored my blue messages and they finally respond. And it was good that you say, "I'm sorry if I said something," or "I'm sorry if I annoyed you," or something like that.
I said, "I'm sorry if I said, did I scare you off?" And I was like, "Oh my gosh," because she never.
Yeah, sometimes it's good to say, "I'm sorry, I hope I didn't say anything that offended you." And then come back and they'll be like, "Oh, no, I'm sorry. I've just been really busy." So it's
I just felt like, wow. She felt like, wow, she really thought I knew about all this stuff. I'm not going to order from her. That's kind of how I took it, but I take things personal anyway, so.
Yeah, try not.
Yeah.
Okay. I can say don't feel bad about that, because it took me a while to actually learn how to explain about the opportunity about the business, because I had 2 potential distributors and I actually had no clue how to explain, the about the opportunity, about the business, and now they're like, I don't want to sign up under her. She don't even know what she's talking about. She don't even know what she's doing.
Yeah, I've done the same thing.
I actually had to sit down and watch videos to learn how to explain the opportunity. So don't feel bad. I'm still learning.
What helps with that is go back and look at the conversations that you had with your sponsor, because then that's going to help you see how they talk to you and how they kind of helped you make the leap with it too.
Oh my God, I've done that too.
Yes. But you know that like you don't have to know everything. I have been in the business for 4.5 years and I still don't know everything. And people are going to respect you so much more if you say, that is a really great question. Let me go ahead and get the answer to that for you, rather than just kind of making up some BS answer. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. Anybody got anything else? We have time for one more question. All right, let's hear it, Christy.
So I was talking to a girl for a couple weeks, and she, hold on, sorry, I'm going to turn on the beauty monitor. And she never once mentioned that she was already a loyal customer somewhere else. Mm-hmm. And then finally she told me that she was, so I sort of cut it off there and, asked her, if she had a distributor and what what was going on, why she was asking me all of these questions. And she said that her distributor hadn't talked to her since the day she signed up. That was in June. And she had sent her messages asking her questions that she'd never responded to. And she had been running an auto ship under this girl, and she kept getting the same hair, skin, and nails over and over that she didn't want anymore. And she just was lost. Mm-hmm. And so, she's interested in the product. She wants to continue using them, and she's got a distributor that's not taking care of her at all. Mm-hmm. So is that completely, what happens then? Is she able to sign under someone else, or is that completely taboo?
I mean, she definitely has the ability to sign under somebody else. If she did that, she'd have to complete 3 months again, and she loses the perk points that she has on her previous account if she doesn't utilize them. So, I mean, yes, that is an opportunity, but also use this as a learning tool for yourself to just make sure that you don't do that to your customers. And also kind of take it as a good thing, because she appreciates and trusts you enough to come to you for the questions. So that means whenever it might come time for her to upgrade to a distributor, she's going to come to you, because you were the one that took the time out of your day to help her with her questions, even when she wasn't one of your customers. So that is the good karma that is going to come back to you and help you in the future.
Okay, so what do I tell her though? Because she asked me if she could become my customer, and she asked me this just a couple hours ago, and I haven't responded yet because I wasn't sure.
I mean, I would tell her, I say, that's perfectly fine, but the only thing is you would have to sign up as a brand new customer again, which would mean that you're going to have to commit to the 3 months again. If she's fine with that, then okay, that's fine. But just make sure she knows that.
Okay. Yeah, the thing she said she just used her perk points. Mm-hmm. And she doesn't mind signing up. She plans on using them for a long time, using our products. So the 3 month isn't the issue, but she's been a loyal customer since June. So that means she's like 3 months away from getting that $150.
Right.
And so I feel bad.
For sure. But also, I would say something to her as, you love these products. You've had great results with it. Why not sign up as a distributor?
Yeah. Okay.
Because you're going to be able to get $120 in free product credit. And yes, those perk points are nice, but so is $1,000 bonus.
Okay.
So kind of use that.
I asked her if she had ever considered it, and she said, didn't say much and just said no. So I'll bring it up again, but
yeah, it's okay if she says no, because I said no for 4 months. Yeah. So it's okay.
I just didn't even know if I should even be talking to her or not.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. There's no rule or anything that says that you can't be talking to somebody else's customer, because there actually has been plenty of times where somebody wants to order products and they've already been a loyal customer and I've helped them order through their old site. So I mean it happens and it's good karma, and it will come back to you tenfold. So just know that.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Alrighty, I think that's going to be it for the question and answer tonight. Lindsay or Amber, do you want to throw out any last minute tips for these guys? Good. Okay. All right, I'm going to take a quick picture of you guys so you can smile. You can do whatever you want. Got it. Okay. I'm so glad you guys got on tonight. I hope you have a fabulous Thursday night. And let's all go Ruby this month.
Woo-hoo! Thanks, Chrissy.
No problem. You guys have a good
Thanks,
night.
ladies.
You too.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Good night. Bye.